Yep, people have made real Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. And honestly, these are some of the scariest looking things I've ever seen. Far scarier than anything in any of the games. Today, we're going to look at 10 of the craziest, coolest ones I could find, made by creators I could only assume really don't like to sleep. And trust me, position 1 is a great entry. It's mind-blowing. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. And yeah, we're still a new channel obviously, but these legends were still cool enough to let me show their content. If you do like this sort of thing, make sure you hit the like and comment below. Let me know you're along this journey with me. I'd really appreciate that. Seriously. So let's jump in. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Puggo's Pizzeria, a YouTuber who took a nostalgic piece of horror memorabilia and transformed it into a spring bonnet. Puggo started with an old pop-up horror robot, those classic grabber toys designed to give you a proper good scare. Instead of letting it collect dust, he saw potential for something far more sinister, shall we say. Through a process of creative engineering and possibly a touch of madness, he reimagined this vintage toy into a functioning spring bonnet. The result? A unique blend of retro spookiness and FNAF terror. While it might not boast the complex mechanics of some of the other entries on this list, the uniqueness and resourcefulness behind this build earn it a well-deserved spot. Plus, it serves as a reminder that with a bit of creativity, even the most unexpected items can be transformed into something extraordinary. Coming in at number 9, we're throwing it back to the OG animatronic builder, Dr. Creepypasta. Way back in 2015, while most of us were still theorizing about purple guys and bite victims, Dr. Creepypasta was actually building real, fully functional FNAF animatronics. No cosplay, no foam suits, these things move, light up, and genuinely look terrifying. Sure, they might not have today's polish, but there's something creepier about how raw and mechanical they are. It's like stepping into a forgotten, off-brand Freddy location. And frankly, I'm not sure I could survive the night shift. I don't know about you. Coming in at number 8 is YouTuber Socks for One. And honestly, this guy took real-life FNAF to a whole new level. While most people are content in just playing Five Nights at Freddy's, Socks wasn't satisfied with that at all. Nope, he went full mad scientist and decided to recreate an entire Freddy Fazbear's Pizza in real life, complete with working animatronics, sound effects, flashing lights, and of course, the occasional jump scare. But the best part? He then invited his unsuspecting friends to survive the night inside. What started as a prank quickly turned into a full-blown, slightly cursed FNAF experience, blurring the lines between game and reality. Now, the animatronics themselves might not be as polished or complex as some of the intricate builds on this list, and some of them of cosplay, the sheer creativity, effort, and absolute chaos of turning a YouTube video into a real-world FNAF scenario is what earns Socks a solid spot here. Because it's one thing to build an animatronic, it's another to weaponize it against your mates in the name of content. Into number 7, let's crank things up to Hollywood level. For the official Five Nights at Freddy's movie, Blumhouse Studios weren't about to cut corners. They teamed up with none other than Jim Henson's Creature Shop, the legendary team behind classics like Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, to design and build full-sized functional versions of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica and Foxy. These aren't just costumes or CGI models. These animatronics are physically built animatronic puppets with servo-controlled mouths, moving eyes, and subtle touches to make them feel eerily lifelike. They're hyper-detailed, grimy where they need to be, yet instantly recognizable to any FNAF fan. And of course, they nailed the creepiest part, the stare. You know, that dead-eyed, are they about to lunge at me sort of look. Sure, they've got a Hollywood budget most YouTubers can only dream of. But the fact that these animatronics came to life on the big screen, faithful to the games, was a dream come true, or nightmare fuel for fans everywhere. Landing at number 6 is the brilliant team over at Robotica Creatronics, a Brazilian-based channel that's been bringing animatronics to life for well over a decade. Their journey started way back in 2005, long before FNAF fever took over the internet. But it wasn't until 2015 that they began sharing their creations on YouTube, and fans quickly noticed something special about their approach. What sets Robotica Creatronics apart isn't just the end result, it's how they get there. While many creators rely heavily on 3D printers and expensive gear, these guys went old school. We're talking cardboard, styrofoam, paper, wire, and a whole lot of ingenuity. One of their standout projects is a full-size Bonnie animatronic, complete with moving arms, head, and eyes. They even rigged it to simulate playing a guitar, perfectly capturing Bonnie's stage presence. They didn't stop there though. They built animatronic versions of Foxy, Chica, and even a terrifyingly detailed Springtrap mask, each with articulated movements controlled via remotes, sometimes using modified gaming controllers like the PS2 pad to bring the characters to life. Every build is hand-painted and carefully assembled, piece by piece, giving their creations a distinct DIY charm without sacrificing functionality. Robotica Creatronics proves that you don't need a massive budget or fancy tools to build something impressive. You just need creativity, dedication, and maybe a few extra cardboard boxes lying around. Landing at number 5, we've got Jorge Davao, better known as JDS, the man who basically looked at animatronics and thought, why buy one when I could just build one from scratch? Jorge's journey started when he tracked down an old, forgotten showbiz pizza animatronic, the same kind that helped inspire the FNAF series in the first place. Instead of just admiring them, he went full mechanical detective, reverse engineering how they worked piece by piece. But he didn't stop at the classics. After mastering the showbiz bolts, Jorge set his sights on the ultimate challenge, building his own Freddy Fazbear animatronic. And when I say build, I mean the real deal. We're talking functional motors, moving eyes, articulated limbs, the whole package. And to top it off, he even completed Freddy after moving across the world, relocating from Mexico to the Netherlands, and still found time to finish the project before he left. So there really is no excuses next time you've got a project half finished that you simply leave behind. Sliding in at number 4, we've got Vomited Thoughts, or VT, if you just don't want to say vomit every time. VT's journey started out pretty wholesome. He wanted to build a bonbon animatronic for his little brother's Halloween, but what began as a cute project quickly spiraled into full-on animatronic madness. Since then, he's crafted working versions of Bonbon, Circus Baby, Glamrock Chica, and even dabbled in experimental puppet projects. His builds are packed with clever engineering, from 3D printed parts to servo-driven movements. This dude literally spends his day job working full-time, commuting, and yet still finds time to breathe life into these terrifying machines. That's dedication, or possibly sleep deprivation. Taking the bronze medal at number 3 is Gmail99, a young and exceptionally talented builder who transformed his passion for FNAF into tangible creations. From an early age, Gmail99 immersed himself in the world of animatronics, drawing inspiration from pioneers like Vomited Thoughts and The Regular Source. He meticulously studied their techniques, laying the groundwork for his own ambitious projects. One of his standout achievements is the FNAF 1 Remastered pack, where he not only created the original animatronics but also introduced beta versions inspired by the game's backstage scrapped costumes. Each character boasts a unique endoskeleton, showcasing his commitment to authenticity and detail. Not stopping there, he released a stylized FNAF 2 pack demonstrating his versatility and creative flair in reimagining the iconic characters. Currently, he's working on a FNAF movie pack aiming to recreate the animatronics from the upcoming film, reflecting his dedication at staying at the forefront of the community. Beyond modeling, Gmail99 is also the creator of the RLA Real Life Animatronics projects, where he designs and builds functional animatronics, blending his skills in 3D modeling with practical engineering. With a foundation in mechatronics and relentless drive for innovation, it's only a matter of time before Gmail99 establishes himself as a leading figure in the animatronics community. Runner-up at number 2 is none other than the powerhouse team at DL Electronics and Mechanics, basically the mad scientists of real-life FNAF animatronics. These guys have been at it for years, and what they've pulled off is nothing short of incredible. We're talking full-scale animatronic bands inspired by Freddy's crew, a jaw-dropping Endo, and an insanely polished Sundrop, and even full-size versions of characters like Funtime Freddy, Toy Chica, and Spring Bonnie. But here's where it gets wild. DL Electronics didn't stop at building static or basic animatronics. Nope, they pushed the limits, experimenting with walking animatronics, bipedal motion, facial recognition systems, and even sound tracking capabilities. At one point, they were developing a full suite of tech designed to make the animatronics not just move, but interact. While some of their working prototypes proved tricky, as gravity is a cruel mistress, they cleverly adapted, switching over to wheeled bases to perfect mobility while keeping everything safe and functional. And let's not forget the polish. Every DL Electronics build features sharp LED lighting, intricate servo-driven movements, and facial articulation so clean it looks straight out of a theme park attraction. Honestly, if Freddy Fazbear's Pizza ever opened in real life, REAL Electronics are probably the team you'd hire to build it. And finally, claiming the #1 spot, it's the absolute legends themselves, Wicked Makers. While most creators would be proud to pull off one working animatronic, Wicked Makers clearly looked at that and said, nah, let's build the whole haunted pizzeria. They've brought not one, not two, but 3 insanely detailed FNAF animatronics to life, being Springtrap, Puppet, and Foxy. Let's start with Springtrap. This beast is a towering, rusted nightmare. The attention to detail is absolutely wild. Cracked suit, exposed wiring, and they even captured that signature decayed, half-alive look that makes Springtrap so unnerving. It's not just a static piece either. This thing moves, glows, and feels like it could lunge at you at any second. Then there's the puppet animatronic. Not only did they nail the slender, eerie design, but they built it with functional faceplates and moving limbs. And get this, they actually used it to scare real kids in real life. I mean, dedication to the FNAF vibe doesn't get much better than that. And to top it off, they tackled Foxy. This build looked like it walked straight out of a Pirate Cove, hook and all. The worn down textures, sharp teeth, glowing eyes, it's spot on and terrifying in all the best ways. What's even cooler is that Wicked Makers don't just slap these together for show. Each animatronic is engineered to function smoothly with mechanical precision and top tier craftsmanship. In their most recent video, they even created their own escape rooms featuring some of their coolest and creepiest designs yet, which I highly recommend checking out. Also, a massive shout out to them for letting us feature their work in this video. It's not every day you get to reach out to creators at the top of their game and have them be absolute legends about it. Small channel or not, they were cool enough to say yes, and we are genuinely so grateful for that. If anyone deserves the #1 spot, it's Wicked Makers over and over again. Now before we wrap things up, we've got to give a special shout out to one man who laid out the groundwork for all this animatronic madness, Aaron Fechter, the genius behind the legendary Rock-afire explosion. Back in the 1980s, Fechter's animatronic band headlined at Showbiz Pizza, combining mechanical engineering with entertainment in a way no one had seen before. While not technically part of the FNAF universe, there's no denying how much influence these classic animatronics had on the series. In fact, the eerie, slightly unsettling charm of the Rock-afire explosion is often cited as one of the key inspirations behind Freddy Fazbear and his crew. So while Fechter's creations aren't chasing security guards down hallways, they absolutely deserve a nod here for pioneering the animatronic experience and maybe planting the seeds for a few nightmares along the way. There you have it, 10 of the craziest real-life FNAF animatronics that somehow escaped the game. Which one impressed you the most? Drop a comment below. I love seeing which one stands out to people the most. And hey, every creator in this list have put some serious time, skill, and probably a lot of sleepless nights into their videos. So if you want to check out their work, I've put a link to their socials and YouTube channels in the description. Go show them some love. And if you thought this list was wild, wait until you see what some of the cosplayers have come up with in their FNAF creations. But that's for another video. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you. I hope to see you again next time. Take it easy.